everyone, I'm back. I think this is floss tube number 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but this is what I have done in the first part of March. I have different statistics and stitches and some acquisitions and just things I have been getting around to for the first 2 weeks of March. It's been, I think it's 78 degrees here today, which is ridiculous. I'm not ready for this kind of weather. I look tired. I've had a very eventful weekend. And the other thing is I don't wear makeup, so I can't, because I'm allergic to all makeup. So I look, like my mom said, some barns need paint, and I'm one of them. But this old barn doesn't have any paint to put on that I'm not allergic to. So, also my hair is kind of wild and crazy because the humidity is hitting today. So, grab your beverage of choice, sit back and relax, knit, crochet, do your craft of choice, and including cross stitch. And let's get to seeing what I've gotten to the last couple of weeks. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk to you about is Santa and Rudolph. And I'm trying this on a new board here. It's really not a board, it's one of those lap things. But anyways, we're going to see how this works. Let me move this. That looks kind of awful like that. So let's move this over here. Here we go. All right. So, Santa and Rudolph, I worked on the first weekend in March. And I finished up this part here, and I'm working on Santa here. And I finished, let's see here. I don't think you can really see it, but there's some snow in here on the letters and stuff. So, I got 443 stitches, and I worked on that for 2 days. And that's how far I got. And this coming weekend is, I think I'm not going to do that this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to work on Santa, this one, Santa and Rudolph. So there it is. Okay. So my next one, I gotta finish. And that is, let me put this over here. Let me fold this up so it doesn't get ruined. I have my bags over there. I was hoping to not make all kinds of noise. And my English budgie and parakeet decided they were going to make noise. Anyways. So here's the second one, and it's a finish, and I'm really proud of it. It's not fully finished yet. I still have some buttons to put on. I've had a hard time finding buttons for this. They do have the buttons at Shepherd's Bush, where this came from, but I'm not paying $15 for 5 buttons. I'm just not doing it. So I've come up with another plan, and hopefully I can get that finished so I can put this away to be finished in the to be finished box. So here it is. And I think it turned out so cute. Let you see it up close. I really, really like it. So the words say snowflake, snowman, snow day. So that was a really nice stitch. I did a little bit of back stitching on my own, putting it where I want it to in her hat, her ring. And I changed the color of her cheeks and I changed some of this up in here because they were more 80s colors and I didn't really care for that. And so I added in a little bit of purple and different things that will kind of match. Got a gnat flying in front of my face. So all I have left to do is put his nose on, which I'm trying to find a carrot nose that's small enough. And then I think there's a present or a star right here. I don't know. Let's look at the chart real quick, because here's the chart for it. Oh, here it is. Looks like a little hat. And I've got one of those. Little snowflake. Oh, she's got a nose too, so I've got to do 2 noses. That looks like a heart. And then here's a little blackbird. And a button here. I don't know if I'll do the button there. I kind of like it plain. And I don't know if I'll do the blackbird because I don't know, blackbirds in folklore mean death. So I don't think I'll be putting that in there. And that hat looks awful big. So I don't know what I'll put there. I'll probably put a snowflake or something smaller. And I probably will put the snowflake there. Oh, I noticed he's got a little star there. We'll do that. But I think maybe I'll put a holly berry there. Or, a little holly there. I think that'd be cuter. So, yeah. So now I can put away this chart. And that was a lot of fun. Oh, I was going to show you the card I put in the front of my bag. I bought these off of Etsy, the template off of Etsy. And I like it because I can put it inside and see which I have in my finish box to do. So I put the start date and the end date and what's it on and how big it was and the PMC and the name of it. And if there was any adjustments made, but I didn't put any of that on there. So there it is. And I'm very happy with it. Okay, the other thing I've been working on like crazy, and I'm not going to have it done in time. According to Stitch Up RXP, it says I am like 57% done. So, but that's the Just Married. So since you've seen it, so the Late Night Stitchers have a thing every month that you can participate in, and it's put 750 stitches in something. It could be a number of things. It doesn't have to be one project, but it definitely was for this time. I've got, let's see, how many stitches did I get in this? So far, this month, and I've been working on it Monday through Thursdays, I've got 1,881 stitches. And so this alone was probably 820, I think it was 824 stitches, this one. And I also did this, finished up that half, and then I went over here and I finished up, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I put a green vine here and it was ridiculous, so I went ahead and just made up my own back stitch there. It's very light. And then I put all the white pieces in there, and now, and I also put the string, which looks hideous. I don't know why they did it this way. I followed exactly, but it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so I put that there, and then this is the start of her veil. So this is the edge of her veil. I gotta go down here. So I completed 2 pages so far. I've got 2 more pages to go. And so this is her veil, and it'll go up here just a little ways, and then this is going to be her face right here. And then this is supposed to be lace, and then it'll go down to about right here, and so her body will be right here. So I have got a lot of that done, and I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of white here, but with the pink, it breaks it up. So let me show you a little closer. I did that veil in 2 days. It was a lot of work. I think I put in all together, just in that little bit of veil, I think I put like 400 stitches in there. So now I've got to do a big bow here, like a big bouquet, because this is coming off the back of a car. And so I gotta do her veil, I gotta do the groom, gotta do the car, and then there'll be some more snow like this at the bottom, and then I'll be finished. So I won't be getting this done until I have 6 more weeks, according to my calculations, if I keep working on it like I am. So that'll be right around Mother's Day, which is fine. And you know, we can my husband will frame that, and so we're on the lookout for a good frame. I think it's turning out really cute. So that's what I've been working on, and that's all the projects I have. I am going to be starting this weekend, instead of doing Santa and Rudolph like I'm supposed to be doing, I think I'm going to be doing Memorial Park by Praiseworthy Stitches. You were supposed to start it on February 29th, Leap Day, and I didn't quite have everything done on Leap Day for it because I decided to change the color of it. So I went ahead and considered that working on it, because I got the rest of my colors together and I got the material together. So I consider that working on it. So I technically, if I do that, I technically started it on the 29th. But I got to get something done in the next 3 months. So every 3 months I have a certain part I have to get done. And instead of counting stitches, I'm going to just, like if it's a tree, I'm just going to finish up the tree. You know, I'm just going to do the tree for 3 months. And then the next 3 months do another part, or start another part. It's going to be 4 years. So I think, you know, if I miss a month, that's fine too. I just, you know, if I want to get it all done in 1 month and not work on it for the other 2 months, that's fine with me too. So, I don't know how many stitches I'll be getting on that. And because I finished Snow by Shepherd's Bush, I spun the wheel, and the next thing that came up was Tiny Town Christmas. And I'm excited because I've been wanting to do the Tiny Towns, and my husband got all of them for me so far, except for the ones that just came out at Nashville Market. So I was excited I'm excited to start that one. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm glad I get to finally work on something he got me for Christmas. Let's see here. I wanted to show you. So I'm going to start Tiny Town, I do believe, the end of the last week in March. I'm going to start Tiny Town Christmas. So those are my plans. I was going to show you what I did. I forgot to show you all this. So at the beginning of the year, I put all my whips that I want to do this year. And here was my little dove designs that went bye-bye for now. But I do plan on going back. Like I said, I don't want to do the border. I don't like the border. So I'm going to do them individually. I might put this bottom half. I don't know. I might just do like right here. And then just finish and just do, you know, the inside picture. But I'm going to do them individually because I think it's so cute. I love it. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. And let's look at my other ones. So here's this one. That one has, some of these have not been drawn yet, but look at those eyes. Aren't they hilarious? Look at the baby Jesus. His eyeballs. I love that. And then this one, as soon as I get done with that Just Married, this is the one that's going to be my focus piece. I saw him at the Charlotte's Queen City Retreat. Loved him. He is, I don't see a lot of him, but I just love him. So that's one that's going to be my focus piece. And then, of course, here's this one. And now you can see what it looks like. So I'm right about here. Right about there. So That's what it's going to look like. So I still got this bow here. The rest of her thing right here. Her, him, and the car. And these 3 hearts. And I'll be finished. So really, it doesn't look like a whole lot. But, because I'm only 3% done. Let's see here. I did finish this one. So that was one I finished already. I did finish one of these. This little angel here. But I want to do more. They're on my rotation. When I spin the wheel. I am going to put stitches on this. I love this one. So much to see in there. I just love it. And then, oh, here's the Christmas Tiny Cow. Yay! I get to start this one. I'm so excited. Love it. Usually I don't follow the trends, but... And then this one is a finished pattern. F-I-N-N-I-S-H from Finland. And this picture does it not any justice. I love it. I seen it stitched at the Crazy Woman Retreat. Oh, it's so cute. It really is cute. And then this one I did start, but I'm still going to be putting in, you know, some stitches in here when it comes back up again. And this one, I had to restart it. I had all this done and this, and I decided I wasn't going to fill in this. There's no sense in filling it in because my material is white or cream, so I'm just going to use that as that. You can tell I like the Italian designers. Here's my stocking, and I have started up in here, and it won't be done this year, but I'm going to really work on it. And then here's the Sampler Santa, the stand-up one. I've seen it on the Midnight Stitcher. I think she's the one that had it. That was really cute. And then, of course, here's my Santa and Rudolph, so you can see I don't have much left. I have the rest of his beard here, and his outfit, and then I've got these. That's about it. I guess I gotta do the snow here. I don't know if I'm going to, though, because my fabric's white, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. And then, gifts for Santa. I'm not even done that one yet. And of course I got another finish. Yay. And let's see what else I got here. Oh, I want to start this one really bad. Winter at Beacon House. That one I want to start. And let's see here. This Lizzie Kate. Those are going to be nice and small. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So I've got them all in my binder. I've got a comb binder thing that does this for me. So I really like that. And I did put, I was going to show you all this. I did put a new cover. I make my own covers for my Happy Planner. But I did put a new cover on. Made it spring. It'll go through spring and until the 4th of July. And then I've got a 4th of July cover. But I gotta redo these tabs here. So there's that. Alright. Let's see here. My other plans is I started a different puzzle. I tried that Coca-Cola puzzle. I gave it a good try. And forget it. Forget it. It's going. It was gone. And so I started this harbor piece. It's like a harbor. And I really like it. It's a really nice piece, and so far everything's going together. And I started some socks. I don't know if I showed you all the socks I started, but I did start some socks. They're called shorty socks, so they're just like ones that don't show in your shoes. I started those, and I think they're going to be really good. I am starting something crocheting wise. I plan on doing, I decided to finally do something for myself. I make all kinds of anagurumi. I think that's how you say it. I always say it wrong. Anyways, I always make something for somebody else, but I don't make anything for myself. And I love, the first thing that got me back into sewing and knitting and crocheting and all the crafts that I do was after my mother-in-law passed away. After she passed away in our house and I took care of her, the hospice nurse said I needed a hobby. And I thought, well, I wonder what I could do. And I had started going to smocking classes. I don't know if you know what smocking is, but smocking is the little old-fashioned dresses that have the pictures or the geometric embroidery. So I had started going to smocking classes, and one of the things we had to do was to make burial gowns for babies at the hospital. And they're not actually buried in them. They're given to the mommy dressed up. And then the mom gets to take home the outfit the baby was in. And, you know, it's really special. So I had to make 2 of those. I did not know how to sew. I had sewn a little bit in high school, and that was about it. I mean, I could sew a seam, but that was it. So I thought, well, what could I do to get myself to start sewing? And so I decided that I was going to make, at the time my daughter was into American Girl doll, so and we couldn't afford the clothes. So I decided, you know, American Girl dolls don't care what their clothes look like if they're, you know, the seam is off or whatever. And so that's how I started. And everybody says, you're nuts. Those are so tiny. But I really enjoyed them, and they looked so cute. And like I said, I felt no pressure. My anxiety didn't get, you know, I soothed my anxiety to sew. And so, going back to my crochet, I decided to make myself a doll. And here she is. Oops, sorry. There she is. And her knees and her arms are going to be jointed with beads, so you can pose her any way. And she's got buttons for eyes and a nose. And then I'm going to make doll clothes to put on her, because I want to really get back into sewing. I don't really like quilting, but I love to sew. And so, there she is. And I've started at the top of her head here, and she's going to be done all in a spiral. And her neck is going to move back and forth because they do a special joint thing. The Ukrainian, I love the Ukrainian crochet patterns, because, especially for amigurumi, because they know how to make them move. And you can set them anyway. They're just not stuck in a corner stiff. And so, there she is. And I'm excited because I want to make her some little socks and shoes, and I do know how to make little shoes and stuff, so I just thought she was so pretty. I'm also going to have to make her wig. That'll be something, but that's okay. That'll be fun. Okay, so I'm going to crochet on her, and she's going to be my model. And then we're still feeding our baby ringneck, Bingo. And he has grown up so much. My husband has videos of him on TikTok. And it's been fun watching him grow. And he's just the prettiest bird. He's turned out real pretty. He's a real pretty turquoise blue, deep blue, almost like a bluebird. So yesterday, we were supposed to, we have an African gray, and she is not, she bit me several times and it hurts really, really bad. And there was a man that we got the Indian ringneck for. He said he was looking for a female African gray. Well, she is a female. And so we were like, well, I really didn't want to, but a lot of things have been coming up with my daughter's wedding and everything. And so he said he'd like to buy her from us. Well, so we brought her to him yesterday, and I was just going to be, I just was, you just have that dread in you, you know, you just feel like something's not good. You know, I just had that instinct in me that I was not happy about this. Number one, I won't ever be able to get another Indian ring neck because they are very, very expensive. But number two, and also, you know, they're like the children. They know, they're very intelligent, and they all birds, except maybe parakeets or zebra finches, I'm not sure. They all have the intelligence of a 5-year-old. So it's like giving away your 5-year-old, and it just made me sick. One time I did trade a bird that I had hand raised, and her name was Kamiley. And worst mistake I ever made. As I was walking out the door, it makes me want to cry even now. When I was walking out the door, I could hear her yelling, "Mama," and it just broke my heart, and I didn't want that to happen again. And we rescue birds, and I see all the time what happens to these birds. And so I just kept telling my husband, I just don't really want to do this, but we need the money. And so the man was going to pay us money plus give us another Indian ringneck baby to hand feed. So my husband came home and he said, "You got your answer to prayer." And there was Lucy, and he had the Indian ringneck baby. He said that the man had looked at her and said because she didn't have any feathers right here, that when she went to lay on eggs, it would rub her raw, and it wouldn't be good. She wouldn't be good for breeding because she wouldn't want to lay on the eggs. And I was just in my mind saying, "Thank you, Lord. You know, this was surely an answer to prayer." Because I really didn't want to get rid of her. Become very attached to her. We've had her 5 years, and even though she's meaner than a snake to me, it's funny to hear her laughing and talking, and she talks very, very well. So, anyways, so he said that, you know, so the Lord's going to provide somehow, but, so the Indian ringneck baby is going to be ours to keep because we are going to be hand feeding 2 of his Indian ringneck babies. So I'm really excited about that. She's so cute. She's only about maybe this big, maybe. And you can tell she's going to be like a white opaline color. And so we named her. Her name is going to be Sweetie, but her real name is Shoshana Ruth. And I thought Sweetie was a sweet name for a nickname. And so Bingo's name is Edwin Lowe, and Edwin Lowe is the man that made Bingo popular in America. So David says they sound like a nice Jewish couple. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but I love to give my animals names, and so anyways, but so yes, we're going to be hand feeding. Well, Bingo's almost done. He's starting to peck. He's starting to perch. That means he's almost weaned. If he wants, we do wet, like baby-led weaning. If he squawks, he gets food. We don't let ours go without food. That makes a traumatized bird, and it's not a nice bird. So we have always let them tell us when they're done. They'll refuse. Also, we have baby kittens coming up. 2 litters. We raise Sphinx cats, and I told you this before, but we have 2 litters coming in April, and the mamas are getting pretty round, and then we'll have a 3rd litter coming from a 3rd mama in May. So we're really excited about that. We haven't had babies here in probably in 2 years, I think. Another thing is the first part of April, I don't know how much stitching I'm going to be getting done. I might only do 1 video in April, and it's not because I want to do it that way, but number one, my daughter's getting married, and they don't have a wedding coordinator. So, guess who that ends up being? David and I. And hopefully my mom and hopefully my sister is coming into town, hopefully. But I got to put together the dinner and the rehearsal dinner and, you know, all the crazy stuff. So I'm going to be extra busy the first week from Easter till she gets married April 7th. The only thing I require, and I told them that I want to see her married. She's my only daughter. All my sons, except for my third son, have gotten married at the Justice of the Peace. I was not there, so, you know, when it's your only daughter, it's kind of nice to be there for them. So I at least want to see her married before I go back to the fellowship hall or the wedding hall, whatever you call it, and dish up the food and everything like that. And the other thing is, on April 15th, I am going to be having surgery. I have what they call an InterStim. So I had 4 C-sections, and it ruined my bladder, basically. And so, the other thing that ruined my bladder was drinking. When I was doing Weight Watchers, I did sugar-free, and the aspartame, stevia, stevia, all that is known to eat the lining of your bladder. And so I have no lining in my bladder at all. So I had a lot of incontinence. And so they put in what they call an InterStim, and it's in my back. And it's been in for about 5 years, and it goes to the nerve in my head to tell myself not to go to the bathroom so much. Well, the battery's about dead. We had an incident this weekend that was really bad. So they're going to take it out and put it on the other side. So I'm going to be very sore sitting down. And so I don't know how long that's going to take me to recover. I don't do well with anesthesia. I can't take any kind of pain meds except for Tramadol, which is just a higher form of Tylenol, because I'm allergic to everything and it'll cause me to quit breathing. So I don't know when I'm sick. I don't know if anybody else is this way, but when I'm sick, if I do something, it'll bring back that memory of being sick or hurting, and I won't want to do it again. So I'm not going to be doing probably a lot of cross stitching. I'm hoping to get some in, but we'll see. So that's why April's going to be kind of a hard month for me to get out a video. I am going to do a video at the end of March showing my whole month stitching, and then in April I'll probably try to get one out. So that's what's going to go on there. I appreciate your sorry that came up. I appreciate your prayers or your good thoughts for that kind of stuff. I did have some acquisitions. I should stay off of Etsy, but I had to have these. So the first one I got, I just had to have it. I thought it was darling, and here it is. It's by Madame Chantilly. I think it's the new one that she did. Those bunnies are so cute. I don't know if you'll be able to see them real good, but there they are. So I got that one. And then, let me see. I'm trying to show you all. Then I seen a sale on Happy Mood Point, and I love his designs. I don't know if they're his designs, but hoping he's being truthful. I think he is, but this was the first one I got. Santa's clothes on a clothesline, and then this was the second one. I like for spring. And then these are called Christmas balls. I'm trying to get it so the window's not in there. And then this one is the cardinal. And then this one. I don't have a lot of Easter ones, and I thought that was so pretty. in this one. So next year I'm thinking of doing spring since I've done winter all this year. But I just couldn't pass those up. I thought they were so pretty. So that's what I got on there. But then I went to our local store. I think I've talked to you about it before. It's called McKay's. Oh, before I do that, I did get in my Nashville cookbook. You can see that I did have some things that I would like to do. I'm going to say something. I'm probably not going to be that popular about it. But there's a lot of recipes I wouldn't eat in here. I thought last year's recipes were much better than this year's. That's my opinion. And also, you can see that I do have some tabs in here, so not everything was a bust. But some of them, I would never, ever stitch. A lot of people might like them. I don't. So I was kind of disappointed. But for $12 and this many tabs, I think I got my money's worth. I think I did. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But let me get out this stuff so you don't have to hear the crinkling bag. I wanted to show you what I got at our store. It's called McKay's. And everything I got was 45 cents. Cannot beat that. So I love Diane Gabner. I did not have this one with the lambs. When I'm going to get those done, I don't know, but I love it. 45 cents. The original price, $5.50. And I didn't even know that we had a store here in town called Unique Stitches. Must have been a long time ago. I think this was somebody's grandmother's stuff. Then here, see, 45 cents. What I got this for was not, I mean, this is 80s, okay? But, look. The press-on. That stuff's expensive nowadays. Never been open. So I got it for the, you know, to put cross-stitch stuff on. This one I know is from the 80s, definitely. But I thought I could take that frame and maybe spray paint it. And, you know, make my own thing. It came with everything. See? And it was $3.99. I got it for 45 cents. It's amazing what they used to sell stuff for. I did get this one, 45 cents. Now, I wouldn't do geese. This was back when geese were, you know, a thing. But they give you the cutout geese and everything. But I love that material. It's the backing material. The Aida and all the, you know, it's everything. And then I got this. I thought this was pretty neat. I don't like the black, but, you know, I can use it for something. But this is a cosmetic bag. It's already made up. And it came with everything. You just have to put the design on it. I thought it'd be kind of cute as a eyeglass case. And it was only $5.29 in the day. How much it'd probably be worth now if you were to buy a whole kit like that. Okay, this is one of the books I bought, and I thought it was really cute. For 50 cents, I couldn't pass it up. Those snowmen. I love snowmen. I thought they were so cute. Even if I took only like one and did it, you know? I thought this was a darling. So, there's that. And then I got this one for 50 cents. And let me take off the price so you can see the pictures. I thought this was really pretty. I'm not really into this stuff, but for 50 cents, Who knows, I might have these in future giveaways. I thought those were really pretty. Now this, I have looked and looked and looked for one of these. Looked everywhere. Because I made one for my son. And I made one for my daughter. I made all my kids theirs. So I've been looking and looking and looking. And I'm not going to pay $60 for a... I was looking for my grandbaby. And I'm not going to pay $60 for a stocking kit. But I wanted one for her to match her dad's. And so I found it. 45 cents. And it's the Daisy Kingdom, if you remember Daisy Kingdom. And so, and look how much it was originally at Walmart. $11.96. Never been used. I was so excited. And then, this was a really neat find. This was 50 cents. The Leisure's Art. Mary Englebright. I was watching Black Needle Society or something. I forgot what her name is, but her name is Denise. And she's really sweet. And she loves her, and Colette, the Highway Stitcher, love Mary Englebright. And I do too. And I found this for 50 cents. And I said I had to get that. And the really cool thing about it is they give you the frames, like the background frames. Everything's complete in this book. And I thought the pictures were really neat. I had never seen one. It's just like a, a really neat book to look at. But, I mean, that might not be somebody's cup of tea, and I don't know if I'll ever stitch any of this, but I thought it was so cute with the different frames you can cut out and put as a backing for your material and stuff. So here's some of them that are in there. In the front one, it's all about friends. And then I don't know how many years ago, I've seen Pam and Steph doing, I think it was Pam that did the Christmas patches, and I found it for 45 cents. And I love this. I loved it when she did it, and I thought he was so cute. I love that Santa. And then it has not only Santa, but it's got like an angel, different little ornaments you can do in patches. So there's that one. And then I think I already have this one, but maybe not. If I do, then I'll be passing it on. But it's called Papa's Pudding, number 2. I love this little kitty here. And this little cat and the sheep. But the other thing that's really cute is they give you the picture. You can frame her. So it looks like an old-fashioned girl. So there was that one. Now, I don't know if you all have ever heard of the Holiday Sparrow Designs. I have all of these, but I don't believe I have this one. But there's one for every season. And so, I mean, for 45 cents, I went ahead and picked it up. But it's called Holiday Kringles. And they're called Tall Guys. And she has them for every season. Like for St. Patrick's Day, Easter, 4th of July. They are so cute. I think I have just about every one of them. So there they are. And if I never stitch it, I never stitch it. This one, I thought this was pretty. It was $6.98 originally at Hobby Lobby. And they had it for 45 cents again. And here it is. I thought it was really pretty. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Her children will rise up and call her blessed. It's a mother's piece. But even if I didn't do it for my mom, I could do this little piece here, or these little, things on a maybe a card, to send to somebody. But it came with the beads and everything. Everything was included for $6.98. The ribbon, the beads, everything. This one I found, and it's called Teddy and the Quilt Cabinet. I'm not real thrilled about the teddy, but I love the quilt cabinet. And once again, it came with everything. The only thing is this is pre-printed. I won't do pre-printed. But, you know, I could take the material and the floss and reuse it on something else if I didn't want to do that. So there was that. And this one I thought was really neat. For 45 cents, again. I'm telling you, somebody's mother must have passed away. Because these are older. And, or maybe she's still alive and went in a nursing home. Who knows? That's, you know, I suppose that's what they're going to do with my stuff too. But it's this one. And it's so pretty. I love Clydesdales. And no, it's not the Budweiser ones. But it's the fire engine right here. But the thing I liked about it was, look at all those flosses she came up with. The whole thing is full of flosses. For this whole thing. So I thought, well, for 45 cents, I'll take it. So that's what I got that all in one day at the McKay's, which is a bookstore. I always go in there and look at and try to find things. You never know what you can find. So there's that. Let me go ahead and put these back in here. I'm trying not to ramble on. I'm almost done. There was a couple other things I wanted to show you that I did get. And I found at the secondhand store. And so let me put this stuff away over here. I hate having stuff everywhere. It drives me nuts. So I found this. And I'm going to sew a liner in it. I don't know who I saw had one of these. But they brought it to retreat with them and had all of their things put in it for retreat. It's a Longenberger basket. I found it at the secondhand store. And I just love it. I'm going to make a basket liner for it. I got the material and everything for it. And then on the inside, well, I'll show you what I got at the secondhand store also. I got these trims so I can finish up some stuff. I think they were too bad of a price. So I got those colors. And then I found this, and it was like 10 cents because it was in the very back of the store, and they have 75% off the marked price. And I thought maybe I could make a pincushion out of that. It looks like it's a little basket, but I thought, well, I can make a pincushion out of this side and then put maybe some needles on this side. So I think I got 10 cents on that. And then I found this for $3. And I thought these were so cute, these little dogs. For $3, nobody had ever even opened it. I never find anything at this secondhand store. But this is the one that all the proceeds go to the Humane Society. And I think that's just wonderful. So I got this basket and I thought, well, whoever I saw had done it to where they could put things in there and be organized. And so I went to Hobby Lobby today, and they had all these for 50% off. So I got this basket to put in there, and I thought I could put my scissors and my different things in there. And then I found this for 50 cents. And this will go along the side. Oh, there's another one of those in there. That color is like a pom-pom trim. And I got that to go along the inside. And then on the inside of this, which I thought was pretty neat. This little table was in there. It's like a little stand. See it? That's what it looks like. So, that's all my acquisitions I got. I'm excited about doing a liner for this and whatever retreat I might go to next. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go to next. Might not be this year. We'll have to see. But that was my acquisitions I got, and I'm excited about making that liner. I hope it works out how I want to in my head. I try to look for free, you know, basket liner things or whatever. Free patterns for these things. And if I can't find them, the exact one I want, I might combine like 2 or 3 patterns together and then make what I want. So maybe the next time I see you, I'll have a liner for this. It's a big thing. It's big. It's from 1989, I think. Not sure exactly. Okay, one last thing I was going to talk about was I finished the book Bluebird, the audiobook Bluebird. It was very, 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 very good. I really liked it. But have you ever gotten to a point in a book that you're like, okay, it's time for it to end? It kept going on. And I'm like, you could have stopped this a long time ago. So it was very, very good. It's well worth checking out and listening to. Excellent, excellent book. But I thought she could stop at a certain point. The other one I'm listening to right now is called How to Sell a Haunted House. I think it's going to be pretty good. I listened to some of it yesterday while I made some. I've been doing the sourdough starter thing, and so I made some crackers and different things. So I listened to it while I was baking and things, and that's by Grady Hendrix. It was highly recommended, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. So far, so good. And then what I'm reading on my tablet is called Sisters of the East End. If you've ever seen Call the Midwife on Netflix, this is these are the books by that author that go along with Call the Midwife. And it's by Helen Batten, Batten. And it's a very good book. I'm really liking it. My husband and I got a new game called King's Gold, and that's been a lot of fun. It's hard to find games for 2 players, and so we happened upon that one at McKay's, and it's been a lot of fun. I did spend a lot of time playing Tears of the Kingdom for my Switch this weekend because what happened was my inner stem, I'll tell you real quick, my inner stem, the battery's going out and they know this, and it turned off. Wow, and it shocked me from head to toe. And so I was shocked. My whole body was numb. It's the worst thing ever. Ever. My hands were numb, my feet were numb, everything was numb. It made you feel horrible. It felt like you were buzzing from head to toe. I can't explain it. It was horrible. It's like putting your finger in a light socket and being shocked and not being able to get your fingers out of the light socket. And even with it turned off completely, it still was, I was still having shocking episodes. So, anyways, well, I wasn't feeling good. And also, on top of everything else, my doctor didn't call in one of my medicines, and they won't call it in on the weekends. So I was without my medicine, too. And it was one of my important medicines that I need for my fibromyalgia. So basically, I was laid up in the bed playing Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. So that was fun, though. I really enjoyed it because I love Zelda. It's like one of my favorite all-time thing. The other thing I was going to mention was we started a new series last night, and so far it's really good. It's called Lost Flowers of Ellis Hart, and I think it's on Prime. Look it up. It's pretty good. It's a series. The true crime. I love true crime. And let me go ahead and preface this by saying this is a series that if you have any issues, I'm just giving you a trigger warning because it's kind of sad. I mean, it's very, very sad what he did, they did to these women. But it's a 5-part series, and it's called Butchers of the Bayou. And it was very, very good, though. Very good, but very, very sad. I've also been watching the Northwood Stitcher. She's one of my favorite sloth tubers. I love watching her. So go have a look at what she does. She doesn't show whole lot of her whips and stuff, but she shows you a lot of old kits that she has. Lots of things like that. I really enjoy her, especially. I like watching her because I don't have to stand there and watch her. I can listen to her talk and look up, every once in a while and see what she has. One question I did want to ask you all, though, was where was the most unusual place you have cross-stitched? If you'll give me an answer to that, I would like to know. I don't think there has been an unusual place that I cross-stitch. I don't generally bring my cross-stitch any place because the doctors nowadays are so fast that you barely sit down. They're calling your name. And we don't travel a whole lot. I have cross-stitched in the car. I guess that might be unusual. I don't know. I don't think so. But if you had a most unusual place that you think, I would like for you to answer that question. Tell me where the most unusual place you cross-stitched. And one of the last things I would like to do is, and I know this is run on for a lot, but I was going to show you a couple little things in here. This is from 1991, the year my husband and I were married. And I was going to show you some of the little things that I thought were cute in here. Look at those little kitty cats. And the bunny. On perforated paper. I know that's coming back in style. And let's see here. I love these two. This one I thought was really pretty, and then the butterfly one. I thought those would be cute to not put on a Christmas tree, but just to have out. I love this one, this bell pull. It's called Joy. I thought that was really pretty. Don't look too complicated either. And then there was a couple others. This one I liked, but I'm not going to do any of these but number 1, 3, and 5. I don't like 2 or 4. But I thought those Santas were really neat. And I'd probably do them individually. So I can stick them out. And then the last one in this magazine, I've been going through my magazines because there's no sense in keeping things if you don't want, if you don't use them. So, but anyways, here's this one. These are little Christmas ornaments, and I love this Santa here. And then I love this one. This Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and I love this. And I thought it'd be neat to put 1991, the year me and my husband were married. Because we don't have one. But those were the 3 I liked. But that's what's in this one. It's fun to look through these old magazines. It's fun to see what they had and the contests they ran and just different little things, that you could do. They give you finishing design, finishing ways to finish things, and they don't do that much anymore. So I kind of like looking through them. I have a whole stack I've picked up here or there. and I thought that was really cute. So, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the month. I hope you've had a lot of stitching time in the first part of March. And I hope that you have, whatever you're doing it to your heart's content, and it's helping your mental state, and it's my word for the year still is peace. I'm still working on that. I don't have peace a lot of times. Sometimes my husband really irritates me. You know, different things around me irritate me, but I have to remind myself to have peace, to quiet. And if I'm having a really stressful day and I don't feel like cross stitching, I go ahead and cross stitch, and it calms me down, and I can feel myself relaxing. And so I hope that's what cross stitch does to you. I hope God blesses you this month, the rest of this month, and I will see you at the end of March. And tell your friends about my channel. I only have 14 subscribers. That's fine. I've never had very many friends or anything like that, but tell people about my channel, and feel free to comment and subscribe and do all the things, and I'd appreciate it. Okay, thank you.